Cheers and salutations. Welcome one and all to Chicago Reacts. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe and hit that ring bell notification. That way all of you are made aware when we upload new content onto our YouTube channel. And today, we have ourselves a fun video to react to. It is titled The Roswell Incident by the Internet Historian, but it's from his second channel, Incognito mode. So for all the channels that we react to, the original videos are in the description box below. So please be a hip cool cat and support the original content creators. Why? Because it's the right thing to do, and we appreciate everything that all of you awesome viewers and subscribers of ours do in regards towards supporting our channel and giving us your feedback and reaching out to us for awesome videos to react to. But on your part, also, as a viewing audience, support the original content creators, because it what makes it makes everything awesome. So, without further ado, since I'm in charge of the ones and twos, let's get ready to pull up this video, the Roswell incident. So, you know, I think we all now are seeing the same videos and articles and posts on social media that aliens are real. Whether or not that's the case, give us your thoughts. What do you think? You think ET's finally going to visit us humans and they're going to tell us what they really think about us, or are they just going to keep on flying around giving us the middle finger? I'll let all of you hip cool cats decide that. But right now, grab yourself a tasty snack or a tasty beverage, and let's get ready to check out this video and pull it up. And since I'm in charge of the ones and twos, let's get ready for that countdown in a 3, a 2, a 1.
This evening, we're going to explore the story that almost everyone gets wrong. There are hundreds of feature-length documentaries on the subject, and all of them are a waste of
I know they're all a waste of our time, but hold on.
Hundreds of feature-length documentaries on
Ancient Aliens. Of all of them, I hate that one the most. I find it to be the most offensive piece of work I've ever seen. And I'll tell you why. All their episodes are titling, did ancient aliens build the pyramids? Did the ancient aliens help the Mayans? Did the ancient aliens do this, do that? You know, it's kind of like an insult to humans, like we're incapable of doing anything. Now, I know that there's a lot of posts on social media that shows stupidity on a level which I don't think our civilization has ever prepared itself for, but, you know, humans are capable of engineering great wonders, and I don't want to give it credit towards mysterious sky people flying around in their spaceships. After a while, it got annoying. I think they kept on producing more and more episodes to where it got past antiquity, and they were wondering. I think there was a couple episodes, and maybe I'm wrong on this. So if anyone's ever watched Ancient Aliens, like the later on seasons, but I remember a friend telling me that they even did a few episodes. Did the ancient aliens help out the Allies during World War II? I know it sounds crazy, but look at the books in front of us. So, who knows? Maybe if ET chooses to visit us, he'll finally give us the, well, what are we looking for here? Maybe the real truth. Did y'all really build the pyramids? The answer will be a no.
On the subject, and all of them are a waste of your time, because this is the true story of the Roswell incident. The story begins before the crash in 1947. It begins with a scientist, Professor Maurice Ewing, who is helping the US military develop new weapons and tools in the Second World War. So he discovers one thing, and he invents another. His specialization is in oceanography, important to the military because they want to be able to detect submarines in local waters and develop more sophisticated versions of their own. The discovery is the sound channel. I'll explain why this is important, just stay with me.
Okay.
It turns out that there's this spot at about 1,000 feet deep in the ocean where the salinity, temperature, and density of the water prevent sound waves from being able to easily carry either up or down, so instead they travel much further horizontally without dissipating. Why is this important or interesting? Well, it means that large disturbances underwater at this precise depth can be heard for thousands of miles away if using the right equipment. So Maurice thinking about the practical applications, and he comes up with an invention. He calls it a SOFAR sphere. Here's an example of how it works. Let's say you're a pilot fighting.
All right, I'm going to be that person.
Calls it a SOFAR sphere.
At the right kind of angle, if you weren't paying attention, that looks like somebody made two boobs. Just throwing it out there. I know, I should be better, but that's what it looks like. Just, I should be a better person, but I'm not.
Yeah. Here's an example of how it works. Let's say you're a pilot fighting the Japanese over the Pacific Ocean.
Okay.
You're momentarily distracted and your plane goes down. Well, now you're bobbing around in the middle of the ocean and nobody knows where you are. What do?
That is so frightening.
Well, you reach into your survival kit and drop a SOFAR sphere. Think of it like a pocket-sized depth charge, except without the explosives. It has no moving parts, no electronics. Instead, it's very precisely calibrated so that when it sinks to 1,000 feet, it implodes.
That is awesome. Now, again, I'm just going to say this on my behalf. If my plane crashed somewhere in the middle of the ocean, I would be very frightened, not only due to the fact that I am in a very hostile environment that is not friendly to land-based mammals, but also you got to take into account, well, the wildlife that resides in that area. And then, of course, you have to take into account of enemy forces if your plane was shot down out of the sky. So, all right, folks, the moment of truth here. How would you react? And that's right, we here at Chicago Reacts are asking all of you how you would react if you were in the middle of the ocean. Would you panic? What would you do? In fact, do you know any interesting stories that maybe we should check out in regards towards ocean survival and people facing the hostile terrain that is the wide ocean? And no, the submarine doesn't count.
The sound waves carry a couple of thousand miles to the shoreline, where they've installed a bunch of underwater microphones. Then, using some basic trigonometry, you can compare the time it takes for the sound to hit one mic from another to triangulate where the sound came from. And like that, you suddenly know where your downed pilot is. But before it was able to be used, the war ended and the device was shelved. Although,
What?
Professor Ewing was kept on the military payroll because
Okay.
a whole new conflict was ramping up. The Cold War.
Wait a minute.
Because a whole new
That's President Dugan from Red Alert 2. R.I.P. Westwood. R.I.P. They butchered Red Alert 3. Why? Why would they do that? Plus, side note, there's a good chance you may never see a Let's Play of Red Alert 2 on social media, especially if you're playing as the Soviets. Only the initiated will know the first two levels that you have to face off. I will keep my mouth silent on those first two missions in the Soviet campaign for Red Alert 2. Some of you know what I'm talking about.
conflict was ramping up. The Cold War. The concern here was missiles and nuclear weapons, so attention shifted from the ocean to the atmosphere. So he thinks, wait a minute, if there's a sound channel in the ocean, maybe there's one in the sky too. Turns out there is, at 155,000 feet. So,
Whoa.
if there's a large sound, let's say a nuclear explosion in Russia, you should be able to hear that all the way in the United States if you have a bunch of microphones set up at this height. That means
Okay.
you know the exact location, time, and potential power of every single above-ground nuclear test being conducted by your enemy, well before you had anything like satellite technology. They called this Project Mogul. It was a series of high-altitude weather balloons with sensitive microphones attached. In 1947, one of them fell from the sky and crashed down in a rancher's backyard, and some people with large imaginations said it was aliens. The military said it was a weather balloon. Then there were some conflicting reports, and people said it was a cover-up. Well, of course there was. It sure beats having the Russians find out about this technology.
Right.
In the following decades, better ways of detecting nuclear tests were invented, primarily seismographers, and the sound channel fell out of use. In 1992, following the fall of the Berlin Wall, all of
By the way, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that's hearing, hey, it's Michael, Vsauce here.
this information became declassified, and since it has been totally available for the public to read. And that is the story of Roswell. No aliens, just a weather balloon, and a bunch of microphones. Good night. By the way, you can find a longer version of the story from a lecture by Dr. Richard Muller from UC Berkeley. He does a really interesting lecture series that you can still find online, and the link will be in the description.
All right. Well. Okay. Let's talk about this for a second. I never heard of this before. And look, for all you hip cool cats that follow us here at Chicago Reacts, the original link to this video is in the description box below, and the full lecture link to that video, which I would encourage all of you to check out, is in the original video as well. So while we're all being bombarded on social media of aliens, spaceships, perhaps the end of human civilization, and maybe the ancient aliens are finally coming back to collect their rent money or whatever they did for us humans, at least we could take comfort in knowing that maybe Roswell might have been a little bit too hyped up, you know? I mean, who knows? Who knows how the aliens are going to react? I mean, I know we're all seeing this stuff on social media, whatever. Sometimes there's a lot of clever people out there who have a lot of time on their hands and are very smart in editing videos to make it look like there's something in the skies. But then again, some of those videos are pretty interesting. And plus, it doesn't help knowing that the government, of course, is now saying, oh, well, we might have seen some UFOs. So it is what it is. What are your thoughts, though, especially on this short explanation of what really happened at Roswell? Type your thoughts in the comment section below and give us your feedback. And how about this? Bonus points. Have you ever been to Roswell? Tell us your experience. And I guess we all learned something here today. But always, folks, keep your eyes in the sky. And keep your heads on a swivel. Keep on drinking water. Be a hip, cool cat. And I'll see all of you on the flip side. Peace and take care.